Yeah, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Dustin Brown. I go by Yogi. I'm the Fighter Squadron Commander of the 120th back home, and I'm the Detachment Commander, or DETCO, for the Colorado contingent here in German Air Defender. We're exercising the whole range of operations with our NATO partners here. There are ground operations going on, there's special operations, and we've got airlift. Things are being moved all over the theater. We're doing everything. We're taking aircraft and we're defending areas. We call that defensive counter air, and incorporating all kinds of different airplanes from all different partner nations here and ensuring we can protect an area for a given period of time. We're doing everything, but I would say primarily from the air-to-air arena, we're doing defensive counter air, which is to say we're defending areas from any sort of aggression. We're also putting aircraft together in what I would say is a composite package. So some will be protecting others are going into areas, finding targets, dropping weapons or striking targets. We're doing personnel recovery, which is to extract downed aircrew or anybody who needs to be taken out of a country or off the ground if they've been isolated. We're doing close air support, which is a mission where you're employing weapons in, say, close proximity to friendlies that are on the ground. Think like terminal attack controller teams, Army battalions, etc. So really it's the whole range of air operations. Right now, I've got some pilots here that are, say, active duty, and they're on their first assignment attached to the Air National Guard as part of what we call TFI, or Total Force Integration. So I've got pilots in my unit right now that have never flown, outside of Colorado or outside of, 4-ship, maybe 6 or 8-ship formations. This is wildly more complicated. Not only are there accents and slight language barriers, but the operating airspace is completely different. The environment is completely different. The adversary, the threat that we're providing, is significantly increased to what we generally train to back home. So this exposure for those young pilots is like nothing that they've seen before. And I'll tell you this, even for seasoned old pilots like myself, been doing this for a few years, it is really good to get outside of your comfort zone and to work with other partners to learn more about what their capabilities are, and vice versa. It goes two ways, and then find those areas where we're stronger together, and the areas that perhaps we need to work on a little bit to be most effective if the time comes, where we're actually fighting alongside one another. There's a broad range of opportunities here in German Air Defender. Broad range of opportunities here at Air Defender 2023. Our host nation, the Germans, have really pulled out all the stops on making this a valuable exercise. There are surface emitters, think surface-to-air missile systems that in reality might try to detect and shoot down coalition aircraft. They have several systems that are spread throughout the country that are active and actively looking for us, that we have to either try to find ways to avoid or perhaps destroy. And that's no small task. And there are land forces that we're supporting in various areas across the country. It's a really big, complex exercise, which it must have taken years of planning, and you can tell the amount of effort that our host nation has put into this. Just everywhere you go, everywhere you look, there's been a significant amount of thought placed into everything. But I guess back to the original question, the types of training and its impact on us. Frankly, there is what we would call fog and friction involved in war, any kind of combat, and we're experiencing that here. Be it difficulties with, I'd say, language barriers or accents, maybe a lack of understanding because we just don't have the regular experience, flying with each other in our different aircraft. We're getting to work through all those things together, such that, if the time comes, we're actually fighting alongside one another. It's no surprise. There's no secrets, right? We've exercised together, and quite frankly, there's people that we're flying with, planning, debriefing. If push comes to shove, could be right alongside us in a fight. It's great to have all these additional friends and partners, and just building the alliance on a personal level, because that's where it starts. It's person to person. Yeah, I would really like to express gratitude to our German hosts here. This has been wildly good, in every aspect. They're such gracious hosts, and they've put a tremendous amount of time and effort to make this exercise valuable, and it's just knocked it out of the park from day one. This has been great.